From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network at Troy, Alabama's International University, this is Troy TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision News for April 4th, 2017. I'm Samantha Charles.
And I'm Sarah Singletary. Thank you for joining us this evening. Troy University announced this afternoon that due to the threat of severe weather on Wednesday, all of Troy University's Alabama campuses will be closed tomorrow. Campus operations will cease for the day and faculty and staff should not report to work. In addition, the Trojan Center and Sartain Hall will be open as areas of refuge for students seeking shelter from the severe weather. Once again, all Alabama campuses, including Troy, Montgomery, Dothan, and Phoenix City, will be closed tomorrow due to the threat of severe weather.
And Troy Student Government Association kicked off their Home Sweet Troy week today by simply giving compliments. Seth Hawk has the details.
Troy University's John M. Long School of Music held a piano masterclass at 11 a.m. today in the John M. Long Hall Band Room. The masterclass had 3 15-minute performances by different students, each of which were given guidance.
Compliments. It's human nature for a person to like a good compliment, and they were running wild outside of the Trojan Center Tuesday afternoon as a part of Troy's Student Government Association's week-long event dubbed Home Sweet Troy.
Well, we're doing this whole thing called Home Sweet Troy Week, and today is Compliment Day. We're just here to give compliments to our Troy Trojans, to let them know have a great day, you've been an amazing student, and to come and support our athletic events.
Students walking into the Trojan Center received 4 things: a compliment, a piece of candy, a Compliment Day sticker, and a Home Sweet Troy t-shirt. And according to SGA Senator Kevin Joseph, there are 2 senators to thank.
Well, this idea came with Meredith Durden and Douglas Dick. They thought this would be a great opportunity for us to let our Trojans know that we're appreciative of everything they've done for us and we're still family. So this whole Sweet Troy thing is just to get everybody to come together.
As you can see, I'm sporting my brand new Home Sweet Troy shirt, which looks phenomenal, by the way. That is the theme here today. Hear a compliment, say a compliment. And if you missed today's events, don't worry, there's more to come.
So tomorrow is Student Appreciation Day, just to appreciate our students. So it's going to be giveaways, all that stuff. Thursday we'll have a big rally. It's going to be kind of like a cookout, just to get all the Trojan family together. And then Friday we're having our Relay for Life.
For more information on all the events happening this week, you can follow the SGA on Twitter at TroySGA. Seth Hawk, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Once again, for more information on all the events happening during Home Sweet Troy Week, you can follow the SGA on Twitter at TroySGA.
Professional pianist Julian G will be performing a concert tonight for the Troy Arts Council and Claudia Crosby Theater. However, this morning the musician took some time to teach Troy University students his craft. Nathaniel Rodriguez has a story.
Troy University's John M. Long School of Music held a piano masterclass at 11 a.m. today in the John M. Long Hall Band Room. The masterclass had 3 15-minute performances by different students, each of which were given guidance by Steinway artist Julian G.
It's not like a conventional piano lesson. It's a performance lesson. So they perform as if they were in a concert, and then everybody applauds, and then I'll just give them a couple of ideas also because we don't have so much time.
G says that the addition of an audience adds a different element to the student's performance.
For a performer, it's very important to have an audience because I think things change a lot when you feel like you're trying to perform. It could even be like a very small audience, but just that concept of people that are there to hear you, it heightens everything. It's like a first date.
In addition to today's masterclass, G will also be performing a concert in Claudia Crosby Theater.
It'll have some favorite classical things like popular classical stuff like Moonlight Sonata and Clair de Lune of Debussy and The Flight of the Bumblebee. But it will also have some tango transcriptions that I have done and some original stuff that I have written just recently.
The concert will begin at 7 p.m. and will be open to the public. Nathaniel Rodriguez, Troy TrojanVision News.
The concert will be tonight at 7 o'clock in Claudia Crosby Theater. Tickets are $5 for students and $20 for general admission. The Trojan faithful supported their football team throughout their 10-win season, but last Friday it was the football team's turn to show their appreciation.
That's right, Sarah. It was all part of Fan Day that actually had students running routes on the football field. Jamal Kennedy has the story.
It's up.
Are these students or Troy Trojan football players? Okay, spoiler alert, they're students participating in football drills, but as part of Student Appreciation Day, as the football team wanted to thank students for their support over the 2016 season.
A fun afternoon. Had 300 plus students here and for our student appreciation, and that's one of the best things about Troy University is our student involvement. And our guys did a good job of getting them out here and gave away a lot of prizes. Hopefully every student that came walked away with something.
And on Student Appreciation Day, students were very appreciative of the Troy football team, allowing them to come out and take part in some of their drills.
I think it's great. Neil Brown, he's getting everybody involved and getting a good atmosphere for the football games. And hey, go Trojans.
It says a lot because me personally, I know a lot of guys out there. They're very good guys on and off the field and pretty good guys.
It gets the students involved. Like the past few years, the fan involvement hasn't been there, but since Coach Brown's gotten here, it's increased tremendously, and I hope it just keeps growing. We got the new end zone coming. It's going to be good.
Students participated in drills like the 40-yard dash, catching punts, and the quarterback drill, sharing their experiences and even catching the eye of the old head ball coach.
I told him from the jump, I don't catch punts, so I dropped 2 of them.
We said we were going to go and go for a photo finish, but towards the end he tried to try a little hard and beat me, so I ain't like that.
Hey, the couple of those guys that ran during the 40, they may run better than a few of our receivers. Might have to get them out here and check them out.
I even asked both Johnson and Quizlet if they'd like to see this sort of student involvement continue in the future.
Absolutely, it's great to get everybody involved.
I think it'll bring more students to the games, see if they can do it at halftime and stuff. It'll be more students come to the games.
Jamal Kennedy, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The football team also held their first scrimmage on Friday. Jamal Kennedy will have more on that later on in sports.
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on Troy TrojanVision News.
Almighty, welcome back. Spring is in the air, and so are footballs over at Veterans Memorial Stadium as the football team held their first open scrimmage of the spring. Veterans Memorial Stadium were open once again with the scoreboard looking down on the 2016 Dollar General Bowl champs as they held their first spring practice of the year.
There was a lot of good moments. Offensively bounced back from a really bad Wednesday. We held some players today on both sides. We got better, not physical enough. That's the biggest detriment on the whole football team is we weren't physical enough. We've got to be more physical to get where we want to be.
The talk of the day was all about the backfield after a 2016 season in which the Trojans rushed for 28 touchdowns. That backfield could get even more dangerous come fall.
I think we got 4 quality players. We got one guy that's proven himself. I think that's what you got to be careful of. We've got Jordan Chun's the only proven commodity we have. Jamarius he's explosive, probably our most explosive player on our whole football team as far as just his ability to burst. BJ's just versatile. He's got great patience, the most patient running back we have in our stable. So I think we've got the potential to have a really deep running back crew.
Now, while it is the first scrimmage of the 2017 season taking place here in the spring, there's a lot of growth to be made. But there was a bevy of players that stood out to Coach Brown.
I thought offensively guys that stuck out, obviously, were 2 running backs, Jamarius Henderson and B.J. Smith stood out. I thought the quarterbacks, Sawyer and Caleb Barker, both had much better days than they did last Saturday. And then interior D-line, Baron Poole, who's a guy that we're counting on to be a guy. Then Jalen Harris and Cam Melton, 2 seniors that we've put some pressure on this offseason because our pass defense has to be better.
Now, the spring game is coming up in a few weeks on April 15th, and the 2017 schedule was released a few weeks back. Troy will open with Boise State on Saturday, September the 2nd. And the track and field team is off and blazing. You thought I'd say running, right? Well, wrong, because they're doing more than just running, unless you mean running the show, because that's what they did down at the Florida Relays with a little extra cheese on the side, according to head coach Mark Davis.
We had some very good performances. We were happy. We did what we wanted to do and go down and get some fast performances, get some fast times, the good long jumps and things like that. So they did some real damage. Hakeem ran fast in the 100, made the national list. Corey threw well in the disc, made the national list. 4x1 on the men's side made the East Region list, so that we would be going, if the season were to end right now, we'd be in the first round of NCAAs.
The Trojans will next look to dominate in Auburn this weekend when they take part in the Tiger Classic. And at last serve, the women's tennis team opened their Sun Belt Conference schedule by splitting with Georgia State and Coastal Carolina. The team dropped their opening match against Georgia State, and head coach Rawia El-Sisi explains what hurt her team.
It was kind of exciting. We knew we could. The girls were excited, and we knew we could do it. So, what hurt us early is we didn't get the double points. But single wise, the girls performed they probably played one of their best matches in the season, because I knew it's conference matches. They're competing for Troy.
The women's tennis team continues conference play this weekend, taking on Georgia Southern in Mobile.